Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're talking about either
Yes,
biodata,
ma'am.
resume, curriculum vitae. As I told you, they all mean the same. And just like when you offer somebody a gift, you don't offer it just like that bare. You offer it after covering it. Similarly, whenever we submit our resume or curriculum vitae, we always attach with it one application letter. Now, this application letter that we are talking about is a job application letter. Now, there are basically two types of job applications. One is known as the solicited letter, and the other is known as the unsolicited. And the difference between solicited and unsolicited, yesterday I had explained. Does anybody remember in what context we had discussed that? Let me see who remembers it. What was the context of us talking about solicited and unsolicited? Who will tell me? Let me see. This terminology yesterday itself I had explained to you. Try. Who will tell me? At least guess, children. Yesterday only we dealt with it. Okay, I'll tell you the topic also. Now tell me. Business proposal. Solicited and unsolicited.
Without any expectation and is unsolicited and with expectation giving letter with expectation is solicited.
Yes, means what? Solicited is people are inviting you to submit the proposal. Similarly, when people ask you, when do people ask you? When they post advertisements in the newspapers, magazines, journals, and they want you to respond to that. That becomes solicited application. They are asking you, they are inviting applications. Please apply for a job in our company. That means they're posting an advertisement there. It could be a newspaper ad, any sort of ad what they are posting, and you see that and then you apply for that job, then it becomes solicited. So it can be an advertisement, it can be newspaper, website, magazines, wherever, doesn't matter. What is unsolicited? When you apply on your own. Okay, that is what is the meaning of applying on your own? Can anybody tell me? Like you feel, okay, I have completed my graduation in IT, I should go out and check for a job. Everybody is telling you, come on now, what are you doing, start looking out for a job. It's high time. You've completed your studies, at least you have basic education, you can earn while you learn, start looking out for jobs and then you complete your education for the studies. In that scenario, in such a situation, what do? You select which are the IT companies near your wherever residence, wherever you stay. You start looking out here, there, everywhere. You see which is the most convenient for you to travel. Now you don't want to travel very far away, especially when you're not even sure whether there'll be vacancies or not. So you are first looking out for places which are closer to your homes. You make a list of the companies which are close by, and you go and drop your resume over there, your curriculum vitae, your CV over there, expecting that if at all there is a vacancy, these people may call you for a job. In that hope, you're submitting. See, what is the advantage of doing that? Sometimes suddenly vacancies crop up in companies, in the sense you're not expecting, but suddenly one of the employees decides to leave the organization. So now they have a this thing over there, vacancy over there. It was a sudden decision. Something has happened, health issues, whatever it is, that employee decides to leave. Now these people are in the lookout of another employee. What is the best thing to do? First, let us search in the resume that we have received unsolicited. Okay, they'll search. And if they find that your application is suitable for this particular post, then they'll give you a call. Okay, children? So that is the advantage. So here what has happened, those people have saved their money, the save the money which they would have spent on advertising. So they don't have to spend any money on advertising. They have got enough CVs in their hand. So they will see if somebody is suitable among them, and then they may call you for the job. Are you getting this? The difference between solicited and unsolicited?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Nobody should forget this, children, the difference between solicited and unsolicited. When you on your own apply for something, it becomes unsolicited. Nobody is asking you to come and drop your resume. You are doing it by yourself. But when companies invite you, when companies post advertisements, tell people, if you know somebody, ask them to send us their CV or resume, then it becomes solicited. Now, this is what you do not know if there is a vacancy or not. You're just going and dropping everywhere. And as and when a vacancy crops up there, these people will ask you to come and attend the interview, and they will decide if you are suitable for the post, and they'll go ahead and appoint you. Okay, so this is the difference between solicited and unsolicited. Now, resume or your CV that you write, your curriculum vitae, there are three formats that you can use. One is known as the chronological format. Now, what is this chronological format, children? Chronological format is nothing but in the past, okay, earlier, people used to write about their qualifications. They used to write, what did I do first? It's a normal, how do you write your resume normally? It's a very simple and plain version of writing a resume or a curriculum vitae, that is CV. You start with your career objective and all that, and then you write your personal details, and then you write your educational qualifications and everything. Now, when you're writing your educational qualifications, you start with SSC, then HSC. You're writing it in the, this is ascending or descending? SSC, HSC, graduation, is it ascending or descending order? If you start with SSC first, then HSC second, which order is this? Is it ascending or descending order? Children, don't tell me you don't know the ascending and descending order also.
Descending.
Is it descending, my child? What is the
Sorry,
descending?
ascending.
Ascending.
It is ascending
Oh,
order. Means it is increasing. SSC does not have so much of value as maybe HSC has, and HSC doesn't have as much value maybe as graduation has. Graduation doesn't have as much value as maybe post graduation has, and PG doesn't have as much value as you may have additional degrees plus your PhD. So this is the ascend increasing order, means SSC से HSC बढ़ के जा रहा है. So that becomes the traditional format where we used to focus on the qualification. That's it. And writing it in the ascending order. For SSC I completed so and so, HSC I completed, graduation I completed. That becomes the ascending order. That is also known as the traditional order, which is a chronological order, where you're writing it as per a sequence, one after the other. The other type of drafting a resume or a CV is functional in nature. Now, what is the meaning of functional? Functional would be where you are focusing on your skills and expertise and what you have handled, rather than pay attention, rather than means focusing on your skills, your expertise, rather than only the qualifications. I'll give you a simple example. One person, okay, may be very good at accounts. Is it necessary that person would be able to teach accounts very well? Tell me honestly.
No, ma'am.
It is not necessary. You may be very good at IT, but when it comes to teaching people, maybe you are, little backwards. You can't teach people. You know how it works and whatever, but you don't know how to explain this. Like, how do I make people understand? I have understood, I am doing it also, but I don't know how to make people understand. What does that show? That you are not, you have the qualifications, but you don't have the skills to do that particular job. What happens in a functional resume? When you draft your functional resume, you are focusing not on the qualifications. Maybe you have blah blah blah, too many qualifications, whatever, but at the end of the day, what matters? Your practical exposure. your training, your base skills when you go out in the market, how you perform, that is what matters more than anything else. So that is the role of a functional resume, where you are focusing more on your skills, that I have handled this situation, I have handled that situation, I've handled this department, I have worked in collaborating different departments and organizing events and functions. I have anchored lot of programs. So when you write like this, means I have arranged games and taken up lot of projects and cracked lot of deals for my company. I have given suggestions which have worked wonders for my company and it has made profits. So what are you doing here? Here you are not talking, this is my qualification and this is what I was working as. That's it. That is a traditional form. Today, people don't want to see what only what qualification you have. They want to see what you can actually do when you go out in the market. Qualification to sabke paas hoga. Maybe 10 people have the same qualification that you have. Why should I opt you among those 10? What is so special in you that I should neglect the others and choose you? What is the reason? That means you may be having something extra in you, some extra skill with you. This is what we mean by a functional resume. Your function is important. What you can give to the organization, what role you have played in the past, and what you could give to the organization to help it grow and develop. That is more important. खाली qualification बता के फायदा नहीं. You need to perform also. And if I know, okay, 2 or 3 functions that you have mentioned, and I feel, oh my God, I needed people for this also, I would have had to appoint somebody else. But here, this person is saying he or she has managed with these functions also. So why not appoint this person? So in place of appointing 2 people, a lot of companies think like that also. If in place of appointing 2 people, maybe I can appoint one, and maybe whatever I was planning to give 2 people, I can give him. I can save little money also. I will not give him the full thing. So I will give him, supposing I was planning to give 20 and 20,000 each to 2 people, I will appoint him and I'll give him 30,000. Isn't it? Anyway, I'm saving my 10,000 and this person is going to work both the ways. Are you getting it, children? What's the difference between a chronological and a functional resume?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I hope everybody is able to hear. There is. Okay. So this is the difference between a traditional and a functional. And when we say combined, that means it's nothing but a combination of both chronological as well as functional. That means you write everything in a sequence. Now, as I told you, ascending order, you can even write it in the descending order and then focus on your functions, on your skills. Earlier times, people used to never write about their skills. They used to only write about their qualification, where they have worked as what. That's it. Today, people have realized, okay, I worked in this company as IT programmer. That's it. If you're in the olden times, people used to write. Today, as an IT programmer, also apart from that, you may be donning various hats. You may be into lot of things. Today companies are looking for something extra. They don't want the old style, okay, you are coming here doing your 9 to 5 job and going home. No, gone are those days, children. You also be prepared, because people demand something more today. Companies demand something more, so you need to keep yourselves